Hello. Who is in here? Who is in here? I don't know if y'all can see me, but I'm getting ready to do some smothered pork chops and some mashed potatoes. I got my potatoes cut up. Hubby cut them up for me. I'm doing rice because right now I don't like mashed potatoes, and I don't know which vegetable. I don't. And it's 5. I got to be to work at 7:15. So your girl is trying to get it together. So we're going to be cooking and talking about just some things that's been going on in my life, around my surroundings, and just to people that are around me. So if you stay, hey, good afternoon, Nikki. How are you, beautiful? How are you, the frame queen? How are you? How are you, AK Dolls? Hello, 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 ladies. Y'all, this day I'm also vlogging as well, so you're probably gonna see me, you know, talking about this in a vlog. Some of this, hello, LK Reality TV, how are you? So yeah, listen, let me tell y'all, in the vlog I'll be talking about the stuff that I bake. You know your girl love baking stuff from scratch. Zucchini bread. I made both of these yesterday, okay? Do y'all see that? One with nuts, pecans and walnuts, and one without. And your girl made these. And it was like a whole nother one, and these are gone. When I tell you these bad boys are so moist and so good, they are the bomb. I am slacking. Like, it's so easy for me to go live, but when it comes to me having to edit my videos and get them up, your girl got to do better. So anywho, me and my hubby went to Hustle for Fitness, which is like a line dancing class, and it's like a senior citizens, more senior citizens and stuff at a senior citizen community center. But they gave out a lot of stuff today, like produce, breads, and different stuff like that. So I got brioche buns, peppers, limes, lemons, just a lot of stuff. So I'm going to utilize these peppers. I got a red pepper and a yellow pepper, so I'm going to try to utilize them. And I got some zucchinis. So I'm going to flash freeze these. So when I make zucchini bread again, I'll have it on deck. So yes. And my pork chops have been marinating all day while we were gone. I got them. Does anybody remember what this is that these pork chops is in? Do y'all remember these? These them trays from IKEA. Y'all, I chop. I do everything with these trays. Hey, I chop and do everything with these trays. So my mom-in-law had a taste for my smothered pork chops, and she sent over some pork chops. So it's only her, and she lives right by it. So every time I cook, I usually send her a plate. So she requested the pork chops. So we're going to fry them today and do them the old school way that's doing them. I hope y'all can see me. So I'm going to put some oil in this pan, and then I'm going to get me some flour in a plate so I can flour those, get this stuff out my way. But yeah, so guys, it has been so many people passing away, and so many people talking about mental illness. I talked about that on my other channel, and it's funny because today I was sitting next to an older lady. I love wisdom. I love being around older people. And I was sitting next to her, and she was telling me that it's so many people with mental illness. And I just sat there and I was like, God, you are so amazing. You know why? Because I just did a video. Talking about mental illness, especially mental illness in our community, in the ethnic communities and stuff. A lot of times we don't want to talk about it because it's looked at as a bad thing, and you don't want people to judge you or think you're crazy or something like that. When at the end of the day, you know, you're going to live your life in misery, not knowing who can help you. I hope I'm not too loud, but it seems like I'm getting far away. Not knowing who can help you or what is out there to help you, to be able to have a mental clarity and to have a well mental capacity in your brain. And a lot of times we look at it as, oh, that person crazy because they're going to therapy, or that person has issues. Hello. But no, think about it this way. If you are sick, right? If you are sick, what you cooking today? I am making smothered pork chops, homemade mashed potatoes. Those are the potatoes. And I don't know which vegetable. I don't know yet. So if you have, I don't know what's wrong with this eye, but if you have A mental health issue. Do you know what that means? That means mentally you are not capable to help yourself through certain things or think through certain things with a level mind. You're fogged. You can't deal. You get anxiety. It makes you worry. That does not mean you're crazy. That just means you need some help. That's all. And this doggone lighter is not working. Babe, I don't know why this thing is doing this. So don't let anyone make you feel bad for seeking help if you feel like you got mental health or disorder or issue. That's why so many people are killing themselves. That's why so many people are doing things that most people are like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that. They seem so mentally sane and well put together, and then they do this. Well, that's because a lot of times people are dealing with stuff in your mental, that they can't get out, that they can't understand, that they hide from other people because they're afraid that people are going to judge them. And so they don't say nothing. So they stay stressed, they stay worrying, they stay with their anxiety, they stay in depression, they stay in all of the above because they're afraid that people are going to judge them. And that's why you hear me say so much, you got to learn to love yourself more, because once you start loving yourself more, you don't care about what people think. You know why? Because you realize you only there to please yourself. And when you realize you only there to please yourself, you're not going to be trying to be people pleasing. And that's, you know, trying to do what people think you should do. You're not going to be doing that. And then you're going to start to see life a little bit different. It's going to be so much better for you. We all have something wrong with us. Yes, all of us have something wrong, you know. And a lot of times it could be inherited. A lot of times it could be learned. It could be taught. It can be so many things that have us having a mental situation up there. You know, you only deal with certain things a certain way because that's how your mama, your grandmama, your daddy, or different people dealt with it. That's all you know. That's the only way you know how to deal with it. So that's the way you deal with it. And with that being said, it's like, if you know it's not good, you know, as a child, if you know that you were in a household that did things a certain way and people responded a certain way, and I know I was, you know, my mom and a lot of women in my family were not good with expressing themselves without getting angry. And I find myself doing the same thing instead of learning more how to talk or express I'm good with expressing myself, but the thing is, I want to not be angry and not have that frustration trying to. You know what I'm saying? That frustration trying to. And a lot of us do. A lot of us do. Trying to get my space together. And it's sad because a lot of us, there's so much mental illness going on now. I hope people start to realize it's okay to get professional therapy because it's really helpful. It is true. And I did. You saved me one of those moist chocolate cupcakes. I got you. I got you. And yeah, it's so true. That's why in that video I said, and please go check out the CPR Vibe, because every Thursday I put up videos talking in depth about this stuff. If you know you got a sister or brother or cousin or somebody that you feel like is mentally not being able to deal with certain situations and they can't cope or they become out of control. I had a friend of mine on my Facebook say something on Facebook, what was it? Yesterday, she said that she felt like she was mentally out of control, and because of that, she sought help. Do you know those people told her, well, you haven't harmed yourself or harmed anyone else, so there's nothing we could do. Are you serious? So I need to harm somebody before you help me. Is that what you're telling me? I need to harm someone before you help me. Come on. That is bull crap. And it's like contradicting. So when somebody does something to their kid or does something to a spouse or something like that, and then you're like, oh, why didn't you seek help? Oh, well, when I seek help, people turn people down like that. You know, it's so sad. So if I was that person, I would just seek someone else. Just like they say, always get a second opinion. Well, if you don't feel that opinion is correct and deep down you feel like that person hasn't thoroughly did all they can to say, you know, you're okay or everything's going to be fine or whatever, then seek someone else. Go seek someone else. Go get another person to give you their opinion and go from there. That's what I would do. That's definitely what I would do. Everyone needs a listening ear, someone to vent. Exactly. Exactly. Everyone does. I don't care who you are. Do you know the most famous, wealthiest people all have mentors? Do you know that? All of them. So when you're looking up to these people and you're saying to yourself, oh, I can never be that, or I can never do this, or I can never do that, realize if you don't have somebody that's pushing you or someone that's rooting for you and helping you to stay on track and holding you accountable for what it is that you say you want to do, then you just out there. You're just out there. Ah, this pan is not going to let me cook more than 2 or whatever. So you're just out there, and you don't want to be just out there. You want somebody to be able to hold you accountable for what it is that you do. You want somebody to hold you accountable. I'm just piling everything over in this corner. And when you have somebody to hold you accountable, it makes you think twice because you don't want to let them down, because you came to them asking them for their help for your accountability. So it makes you not want to basically, what do you call it? You don't want to you don't want to let them down. You don't want to let yourself down, and you definitely want to keep them understanding that this is something you really want, and you're not just wasting their time so they can be there for you. Told me the same thing. I took Valium and did not want to be found, but I was, oh wow, but I'm still struggling. But you know what? Don't give up, babe. Don't give up, Marie. Don't give up. You can't give up. Seek somebody. There are people out there that's got the gift of God that can help you, that can be that perfect listening ear, that understands what you're going through or may have been through what you're going through. So don't give up. You can't give up. You don't want to give up, because your story and what you go through is going to be able to help somebody. I truly believe that all of our lives are not for us. I believe that our lives are set up in such a way to see how we make it through, so that way we can share it with someone else. These are really bothering me right there. Those are my husband's. Yeah. But anywho, so yeah, you definitely don't want to give up or give in. You don't want to give up or give in, because you definitely have somebody. I tried, darling, they won't listen. So question, who are they? Like, how about this, Marie? Why don't you contact me on your own? Contact me at the CPR Vibe or the CPR for the Body, so we can chat. That way you don't have to be putting everything on here, because I'm pretty sure, I don't care where you are, there's someone that will help. You just probably haven't been blessed to find the right person or encounter the right person that will truly help you in depth the way you need help. Because there is somebody out there for everybody. I believe that. But you just can't give up, and you can't stop seeking. If you feel, see, you're sitting here talking about it, you know that you have an issue, or you know that something is wrong. You're in England. I'm pretty sure there's someone there that can help you. I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah, I would not give up. I would not give up. So search out, I always tell people, search out groups like anxiety support groups, people who have anxiety, because that always is the beginning. Everybody feel like when they have a mental illness, they always say anxiety, anxiety, anxiety. So start with that. Start with that. See if you can find some groups and support groups who are people with anxiety, learning to cope with it, learning to live with it, and all that, or share it with family and loved ones and all that. Search that first. Once you search that, then go. Nowadays, everyone is to themselves and only cares about themselves. I'm not that type of person. I'm not. And you know, that's what hurts me so bad, because, you know, I do share a lot of stuff on my channel, but I love people. I love helping in every way I can. Financial, you know, with just relationships, with family, loved ones and stuff like that, because you hearing so much about what you just said. Everyone is to themselves. I believe that everyone is so tied up with trying to live a superficial facade life for online. Whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of these things, it's fake. Because a lot of the people that you see, whether it be on YouTube or any of these social media platforms, a lot of them don't even live 50% of how they tell you they do. online. Not only that, or they don't do half of what they do. Hello everyone, this is my first live. Love this channel. Hey, how are you? How are you, beautiful? A lot of these people don't live that way. I said maybe that's why my channel is where it is. It's not, I'm not about the drama. I'm not about popularity. I feel like popularity is like a trend. It gets old after a while. A lot of times, you know, you think about when you was in high school, a lot of them people that was popular in high school probably ain't popping or either on drugs or dead. Not trying to be funny, but it is the truth. I don't believe in being popular. I don't want to be popular, because popular means that people attach to you because of that. You get what I'm saying? I want people to genuinely know me, genuinely feel me, and understand that I am genuine. And I do all I can to help whoever I am, whoever I'm encountering or allowing in my, I say dot because I don't do circles, whoever I allow in my my atmosphere. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Trying to cook my dinner. I'm making some smothered pork chops, some mashed potatoes, and I'm gonna do rice for Naya because she don't like mashed potatoes, and I don't know, some form of vegetable. But yeah, so it's like I was talking to a cousin of mine, and she said, well, let me just talk about me. I had somebody pass away, and do you know that the only reason I found out is because one person texted me, which I thank God for them texting me. But all these other people were friends of mine on Facebook, family members. Well, not on my mother's side of the family, because that wouldn't have happened on my mother's side of the family, no matter if we talk or don't talk. But on my dad's side of the family, do you not realize that nobody texts me or inbox me to tell me that this person passed away? And that was like, wow, I'm not hurt, because I'm not really close to them, so it didn't bother me in that way. But I feel like when a death occurs, no matter what the situation and what the family is going through or been through, whether I chose to stay away from the drama or whatever, out of courtesy of the loved one that passed away, wouldn't you think that people would reach out and say, hey, you know, such and such passed away, just wanted to give you a heads up and let you know that. You know what I mean? But that didn't happen. And I came to grips with that. I am living my life. Your channel is refreshing. I always leave learning something, and that's what gravitate me towards your channel. I'll take realness over drama. Oh, thank you so much. You know what, Rizzy, my daughter, was listening to a video in the vlog that's on this day, or the days within this vlog, I'm going to share. Rizzy was watching a video. My daughter, my 9-year-old, if you follow her channel, you know she has Rizzy's World. The link is below if you're new to my channel. We're going to get back on her video soon, but my daughter watches videos that most adults are not even ready to watch. So she came in the room last night and she says, Mom, at first I was afraid of dying, and this made me think, Rizzy, I'm telling you, her brain and the way she thinks is just so different from any child that I've ever met. She said, Mom, I was afraid to die at first, but the truth is, a lot of us be afraid to die, but what it really is we're afraid to live, because we're afraid that death is coming the more that we live, and we don't embrace life. I was like, I said, what video were you watching? And so she showed me the video, and it really made me think. This guy broke down how we are so stuck on tomorrow and next week, in the next minute, in the next hour, and we're not giving the love and affection and care for right now. Not saying live in the moment right now like you don't have a tomorrow, meaning go splurge and just be unproductive and, you know, unresponsible with your money and stuff like that. But at this moment right now, I can look at my husband or my kids, or touch them or kiss them or hug them or do those things right now. How do you know after this live that I'm not going to be here? How do you know if something will happen and I'm just not going after this live? Do you see what I'm saying? We take for granted the minutes, the hours, and the seconds that we have, not realizing, look at me, I'm supposed to be cooking. I ain't trying to burn the food. Not realizing that they're a blessing. They are a blessing. So when you wake up and you say, oh, I woke up, I'm blessed because I woke up. But really, not just that. Not just that, because now what you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it now that you know that you got another day? What you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Please tell me. Is it going to be something good? Are you going to love more on your children? Are you going to love more on your spouse? Hey, sis, hello. Revivers. Oh, yes. Hey. And thank you. I don't know how to say Ensdorf. Thank you so much. I'm glad that my channel is refreshing for you. I'm so glad. I am so glad. So, with that being said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do now that you know you have this time every day? You get up and you have this time. And me, I'm guilty. I'm guilty, guys. You know what I'm guilty of? I'm guilty of trying to figure out how I'm going to make tomorrow better. Not saying we shouldn't plan. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not living in the moment because the moments I have, I'm worrying about tomorrow. The moments I have, I'm figuring, what should I do with this? What should I do with that? And then, what if that is your last moment and you was planning for a moment you were not even going to be here? You see what I'm saying? We're not talking about the responsible things. We're not talking about that. We're talking about just living the moment. Living right now. Live right now and understand that we don't know. And I said this, oh my gosh, I said this years ago. I said this on my other channel. I said this on this channel. I said, we know our birth date, but can any one of y'all tell me, please tell me what's your death date? Please tell me. That way we can prepare. You know what I'm saying? We can prepare for it. We don't know. We don't know. And being that we don't know, why do we keep waking up every morning caring about what people think? Waking up every morning following things that we don't really care about. Well, we just doing it because it's trending, or we just doing it because everybody's doing it. But deep down inside, that's not who you are. That's not what you want. That's not what makes you happy. If it makes you happy to just get up and go to the park and read a book and listen to some jazz, then do that. You know? If you're not a shopper and you don't like to spend a whole bunch of money and it doesn't really make you happy to go do that and share, oh, I bought this and I bought that and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, then don't do it. I am about to be 40, okay? I'm not about to be doing, and I came to this conclusion in this mental, okay? I am not about to do what you want me to do. I could care less how you feel about me. And before, when I used to think and say those things, I meant them, but then my conscience would make me feel bad because I was caring how I made that person feel or those people feel from the decision that I made that was best for me. Are you serious? So God gave me, my body. He gave me, right? Who is supposed to protect this? Who is supposed to make sure I'm good? Who is supposed to make sure that I live a fulfilled life and I'm happy? Who? Who? Just like when God gives you your kids. Who is responsible for them? Nobody else. You are. So that's the same thing with self. Stop doing things for other people. I think some people are so used to working off autopilot that they don't take time to think about what really makes. They don't. They don't. They really, truly don't. They don't. And it's so sad because I see so many people, and if you've been rocking with me for a while, you hear me say this too. A lot of people, oh, I did a double, I did a triple at work, I did a double at work. And then, you know, I talk to women who are children of parents who worked like crazy, like double time all the time, anytime they can. And they look back and like, which they felt neglected. They felt like their mom really wasn't there. Even though they may have had nice things, nice house, nice clothes and all that stuff, excuse me. They still felt like they were being neglected. They felt like their mom wasn't there enough. You know what I mean? It feels like to them that their mom was, the job was the priority. The job was the priority over her kids. And I don't want my kids to feel like that. That's not what I want. I do not want my kids to feel like that. Like you always remind us, memories over material. It's so true. It is. Because at the end of the day, if something happens to CPR, if something, and those are my initials, by the way, guys, CPR. If you're new to my channel, I thank you so much. I'm sorry. I should have said that. Sorry. If you're new, I thank you so much for being a part of the Reviver family. It's all about positivity, good vibes, and resuscitating old things and dead things and things that need life. That's what we do over here. So I thank you. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you thumbs up the video and share it. I want to be the type of person that makes a difference in someone's life, leaving this earth knowing I did more than just thinking about myself. Exactly. I say that all the time. If I can touch one person and make somebody think differently, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And you know, I read something today where it says get rid of toxic people. I've learned from natural disasters that everything can be taken away in a moment, but family is forever, even if you have to start over and live. My husband could come in here right now and tell you my saying. My saying is, you want to have that kind of love that when all this is gone or there's no more of this, can I lay next to you in a shelter and still be happy like I got it all? Like I still have everything. I say that all the time. Can I lay next to you, my child, my spouse, or anyone? Can I lay next to you and still say, you know what? I'm still living. I'm still here. We may not have all those things, but we still got life, and we can get all that back again. We can get all that back again without a problem. Can you? How many people can say that? Some people will feel like their life is completely over if they lost all that stuff. They will feel like their life is completely over if they lost all those things. And that's sad. That is so freaking sad. I don't want to live like that. I don't want my girls to live like that. When you start teaching your kids about appreciation, it can't just be appreciation for things. It has to be appreciation for things that they take for granted. Feeling, seeing, tasting, touching, hearing, smelling, all that, all those things. And you know what? It sounds really cliche, but think for a moment right now while I'm talking to y'all. So true. It saddens me when I see people who equate their work, so what? So yes, it's crazy. That doesn't define me. That does not define me. Like when we moved here to New York and we downgraded to this small house, our first house was big and we was going to get a bigger house. And so people were like, why did y'all do that? Because it doesn't mean nothing. This is ours and it is fully paid for. We have a deed. We don't have a mortgage. So that moving from South Carolina to here, that was something for my future. That was something to allow me to be more present with my husband, with my kids. That's why I did that. And that's why I'm happy. And people are like, girl, what y'all do? You always traveling. You always doing this. Y'all always doing that. And y'all don't, neither one of y'all have a full-time job. Well, I set myself up in such a way and I'm very smart with my money. So that's one reason. Okay, so remember I said taking for granted those things, the touching, feeling, tasting, or whatever. Imagine, let's just take away one thing. Imagine if you couldn't taste. Just think about not being able to taste. Imagine if you couldn't smell. Imagine if you couldn't feel. Imagine if you couldn't hear. Imagine if you couldn't see. Walk. Like I can keep, hi munching and chatting. Oh, you saying hi to someone. Yeah, imagine those things. We can't continue to take things for granted. Guys, we are dying so fast, and I know it has a lot to do with the era of, I call it the Matrix. The era of the Matrix, which is technology. Everybody wants things so fast. Fast, right now, right now, right now. Let's get it, let's do it. I don't have time, I'm impatient. And I've been an impatient person for years. I think I'm doing a lot better, but I know my husband still be like, babe. Like y'all see in the vlog, I ordered some chairs to replace those crunchy chairs that you can exfoliate your body on. And they were supposed to be here the 18th. Then they changed to the 21st. Y'all, why the chairs came? Why the chairs came in the color that I did not want or order? So you know I was peed off, right? Not only was I peed off, but I gotta wait all the way until September. So I was really hurt. But I said, you know what? After my husband left, because I was real frustrated, I didn't even go. We were supposed to go to meet the teacher. The teacher didn't even come for RIZZY'S thing, or she left. You said she left early, babe? She left early, or whatever the case may be. He was like, babe, don't worry about it. It's real quick in and out. You don't have to go. Because I was very frustrated. But when he was gone, I said, you know what? It's a reason why that happened the way it did. I don't know what it is. But I'm trying to start thinking like that. Even though it may seem minute, but it might be, I need to meet the FedEx driver or the UPS driver, or I need to go do something at a certain time to be back at a certain time. I always try to, I am cooking smothered pork chops. I'm frying them right now. Actually about to take these out. Smothered pork chops and some mashed potatoes. I need another piece of napkin. And so I try to say, okay, that happened for a reason. So let's start doing that. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to start saying, okay, that happened for a reason. That happened for a reason. Let's start challenging ourselves to say that. Let's start challenging ourselves to look at things totally different than we usually do. That way, I notice that when I do try to do that, my energy is really positive because I don't let it worry me. Because the worry is because of the negative thoughts. You know, when you think one negative thought, another negative thought, it's like a snowball effect, and the energy of the negativity gets bigger and bigger. So let's challenge ourselves, and I'm going to talk to you again about this. Let's challenge ourselves to, even though it may not seem right, let's challenge ourselves to think positive. And I promise y'all, I've been doing that so much more, and I kid you not, oh my gosh, things don't never be what I think they're supposed to be, because I'm a hothead. Like, I used to, meaning, I don't know if I'm using hothead right, y'all, whatever, but when I say hothead, like, if I feel somebody is disrespecting me, my family, or trying to get over on me, or anything like that, it makes me boil, because I'm a good person and I don't do that. So that's why it gets me very upsangry. You hear me? Upsangry. It gets me very angry and upset when somebody tries to take advantage of someone, or me, or my family, or, you know, just take advantage. Take advantage. It can be done in so many different ways. And it boils me when people try to do that. So I have to learn to woosah a lot. And, okay, the more you have, the more stress you are. If it's messing with your health, it's not worth it. That's how I see it. Don't sweat over the small stuff. Exactly. I'm going to just call you ED. Exactly. Exactly. I've definitely worked on self-correcting my negative thoughts. And also it helps with anxiety, because you don't have to feel like you have to always be in control. I do. He could come in here and tell you. I don't like to give. I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna speak present, because I'm doing much better with that. I have had in the past problems with releasing control, because so many people have let me down in my life growing up as a kid, that I don't trust people to do what's beneficial for me or what's going to make me happy, which is kind of sad, because it goes off into adulthood where I don't trust people to even do little stuff, because I feel like, hey, instead of you disappointing me, let me just nip that in the bud and we're not going to let you do it. I'm the same way. I like fairness. Exactly, girl. I've drive myself crazy thinking that I have to do everything all I want to get done right. Exactly. And I, you know, even like when I had that Queen's Mingle, my first Queen's Mingle here, I did that. And my husband was like, everybody's like, what you want me to do? Oh no, I got it. I'll be like, and I'll be sweating, stressing, thinking about a million things, and I'm still, oh, I got it. Don't worry. I got it. And I know they be like, really? Like, we're right here. We can help. You know what I'm saying? And I won't, and I will not, because I want it done a certain way, and I don't want nobody to mess it up. So I feel like if I do it myself and I mess it up, let me be mad at me. I don't want to get mad at you because you don't do it right. And that's not good. It's really not good. But that's how I used to operate, by let me do it. No matter if I'm stressed, no matter if it's not, you know what I'm saying, enough time for me to do it by myself or any of that, y'all, your girl would still be trying to do it on her own. And I'm not single. I am married. And I do have children. And they're not babies. They can do a lot. They are very capable. But I choose to not allow them to do certain stuff. Like, I love to cook. And I teach my girls as much as I can. But I like to get stuff done. And I'm like to get out. And my husband like, babe, she about to be 16. Let her cook the meals. Let her do this. I'm like, and she can. I'm like, okay, let me get in here and cook. I know I got to be to work. It's 6 o'clock. I know I got to be to work at 7:15. But let me get in here and cook. And she's upstairs. This is what I do. And I have to do better. I have to do better with that. With relinquishing responsibilities and duties, so that way I'm not stressing, rushing, and trying to do what I need to do to get out the house or go to work or do whatever it is that I have to do. That's important. So, yeah. But I'm going to get it done. And I do. I always get it done. But it's pressure. It's pressure. It really is a lot of pressure. I'm tired of driving myself crazy. And I said no more. That's not going to happen anymore. Let me make the rice for her. That's definitely not going to happen anymore. Because I'm learning to do so much better when it comes to that. I'm learning to do much better. I promise. I promise. But yeah, I just felt like getting on here and talking and chatting with you guys. Who is that just said something? Put my Himalayan salt in this water for her. Make this rice for my daughter. Oh Lord, where's the, oh, we're gonna have to do some basmati rice. But yeah, I see somebody just said something. Hold on. People always say I'm too nice, but I don't think I'm too nice. I just like treating people right and with decency. I'm no better than anyone, so why should I have my no? Exactly. You know, people bother me when they, you know, act like they're better than other people. When the key is we all die the same, bleed the same, and we all got to meet our maker regardless. We all got to meet our maker. I don't care how much money you got, where you work, where you went to school, what you got, what you achieved, have attained, and all that. You still bleed like I bleed. You can get stressed. You get what I'm saying? All of the above. None of that exempts you from those things, so you still the same. At the end of the day, you are still the same. And I hate when people try to make themselves like they're above and better than other people. That irks my nerves. What am I gonna make for a vegetable? Babe, what should I make? Corn? Guess we're gonna do corn, y'all. It's only one. Guess I'll do some corn. Something real quick and simple. But yeah, I can't stand people that look down on other people or make other people feel less than because they have achieved something or they have done something. I said God did not create no mess. I don't give a dang who you are. God don't create mess. Everything God created is unique because it's one of a kind, and everything God created is beautiful. So say what you want. Talk the mess you want to talk. You are not better than nobody, okay? And when people start to realize that, they'll start treating everybody as such. Treating everybody with respect. Treating everybody as if they are one of a kind. They are unique because they can't be replaced. We can't. None of us can be replaced. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how much money you have. None of us can be replaced. None of us. And when I say none of us, that includes down to the homeless person that's on their last dime and lost everything, up to the richest person. None of us can be replaced. None of us can be replaced. So now we're about to get to the nitty-gritty. So since that is the case, that's how we should treat one another. We should treat one another as if that person is precious, is a collectible in your life. It's something that is just, what is it? God has a way of knowing you down when you think you, oh, bringing you down. Yes. Yes. Okay, so y'all never seen me do my gravy before. I always keep the oil in here, just a little, like this. And then I throw my onions and stuff inside the oil. I'm dropping stuff, y'all. And peppers. And I just kind of let them do their thing. Then I put my flour and seasoning and start making a gravy. I think I'm going to have to use the big pot because this pot is not that deep. So yeah, none of us can be replaced. And God, like you said, yes, He will show you who's boss. When you try to talk to people and do people a certain way like you better than them, oh, He will definitely show you who's boss. Knocking you down when you think you're good, you're too good. You got to be humble, but not everyone sees it that way. They don't. Because some people think they God. Some people feel like, who is God? Because they got money or they got fame or they got all this celebrity or whatever you want to call it. Some people, girl, God who? They think they God. They think that they are God. Hello? Yep. So it's sad. It's sad, but so true. So freaking true. Put some garlic in here. Accent. Try and get this done because I got an hour and some change before I got to go to work. But they gonna eat. They are definitely going to eat. Put a little water in here. I'm trying not to put all the butter and stuff in there, but look at me, come on, trying not to put all the butter and stuff, and I'm frying pork chops. Don't judge me. I can cut it in certain areas, right? I can cut it in certain areas. Well, I don't like that onion. I can cut it in certain areas, y'all. I sure can. So that's what this looking like before I throw my flour in there. To make it thicker, I actually want to put it in here because it's this thing is too. There we go. We're gonna switch pots. We're gonna switch pots because I need this to be nice and deep for my I'm gonna put some more oil in here. Yes, God. Yes, God. Let that fry so I can get this popping. But yeah, that's definitely something I want all of us to challenge ourselves and do. Think positive. No matter what it is, no matter what you're going through, think positive. Think positive about the situation and look at it differently. Just look at it like, okay, God's telling me something, or I got to learn something, or somebody that's important to change and take me to the next chapter in my life that I'm going to meet in this situation. That's why I got the hiccup. That's why I got the delay, or something didn't work out the way I planned it. That's why. Just start thinking like that. Start thinking like that. And you'll be in there like swimwear. We get these potatoes popping. As soon as I get this in there, I'm gonna start my mashed potatoes. But yeah, I just wanted to cook with y'all. I have a hard time thinking positive. It is hard. It is hard because the thoughts is something that you have to manifest the visions for, versus seeing a situation and being in that situation trying to think the opposite of it. Oh gosh, I'm telling you, I ain't about to sit here and say it's easy. It's not easy, but the more you do it, it is. The more you do it, it is. It is easy the more you do it. I promise you. I promise you. I went to go get me some of this and they had no more at the store. I'm so hurt. Like, all our stores don't have it. So it makes me mad. I use this here. I love it because I like my gravy dark. But I don't want to. If I don't want that robust taste, I use that to get it dark without frying my flour too long. So that's why I'm putting that in there. That is why that is going in there. And it looks like a hot mess when you look at it. But I'm making a lot of gravy. So we're going to get all this. This is the same flour that I put my pork chops in. Okay. And this is the same grease that I fried the pork chops in right here. Which is hot. And I'm about to burn myself talking and running my mouth. This is the same grease. So I use that to fry the flour. Have y'all seen my smothered chicken video? It's basically what I'm doing. And see, it looks like a hot mess right now, right? It's just coated with flours, onions and peppers coated with flour. So now what I'm going to do is slowly add some water to it. I'll put it in a bowl and get that going. Y'all see this? See this, when I do videos, it's hard to clean up and because of the way my camera is. It's like I keep stepping away from it. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to use a whisk because I don't want this to start getting thick on me while I'm trying to make the gravy. So let me show y'all this, and then I'm going to season this. So basically I'm making a big pot of gravy, right? So this is what it looked like right now. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hold on. That's what it looked like right now. And this is going to get thick. But you don't want it too thick before you put your pork chops in it, because your pork chops is going to make it get even thicker. This was not supposed to be what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway, talking and cooking. So I'm just going to put some adobo in here. We're going to do adobo, some garlic, paprika. And we got some onion, granulated onion. Some accent seasoning. That rice is almost done. That corn is almost done. Poultry seasoning. Oh my gosh, this is the bomb. I gotta take the top off because I gotta get enough of that in there. So what happens is once you start cooking this, all that flour and everything that's inside here, oh my gosh, it's getting thick already. Let me see if I can show y'all that. It's literally getting thick already. Let me see if I can see that. It's thickening up already, but I don't want it too thick because I got to put my meat in there. So all you're doing is submerging your meat right on in here. That's it. That's all. That's it. And I'm going to need some more water. Now don't worry about the water, guys, because I also put bouillon cubes in here, which is going to help it do its thing. We cut that stuff down back there. And I'm basically just going to sit these in here. Make sure all that liquid get all over them. Like this. Let's see. Yep. See how this looks? See how this looks? Don't look too good now, but it's going to start getting thick. Like I said, I'm going to put bouillon cubes, a little bit more water. And it's going to thicken up. It's going to thicken up as it cooks. I promise you, if you do what I'm telling you, it's going to thicken up as it cooks. And I'm going to add some more of this because I want that dark. This actually is a seasoning as well as a browning to make the gravy brown. So we're going to mix that up like so. Rock it around like this. I'm going to throw my bouillon cubes. Y'all know I do everything from Aldi's. So my bouillon cubes are from Aldi's. I'm going to throw some thyme in there. So I'm going to use some chicken and beef. I'm going to use 2 chicken, 2 beef inside my gravy. This is just to give it more flavor because I'm in a rush and I got to go to work and I'm sweating like a pig. I got to clean up. I got to do a lot of stuff before I go. I like to take my bouillon cubes and just throw them in there. Close that. So I'm going to do 2 chicken, 2 beef like that. And that's it. My corn, I got it on real low so it won't burn. My rice is almost done. I'm about to blend these potatoes up. And dinner is basically done. So that's the other chicken. And we got 1 more beef. And I just take them and put them in a jar like this once I use them instead of having all them little containers all over the place. So yeah, dessert is already made because we got dessert from yesterday. So I don't have to do that today. So yippee. That's that. I'm about to put some thyme in there because thyme changes everything. It does, it does, it does. Where's my thyme? So I'll just take some thyme and I'm going to throw some of that in there and give it a whole nother flavor. And y'all, that is it. I'm going to shake it up again, get all that stuff. Let's see if y'all can see this. Let's see if y'all can see this. See what it looks like? This is going to thicken up and become so nice and thick. And I needed a lot of gravy because I got a lot of mashed potatoes and rice and stuff too. So that's going to do its thing. And I'm about to close that up. Let that cook on low. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, let's think positive. Let's challenge ourselves to think positive. Did anybody come in and have a hard time thinking positive? Yes, let's challenge ourselves to think positive and spend more time with our loved ones. Love on them. Realize that they are special. And if you don't spend the time, you can't rewind time. You cannot rewind time. When somebody tell me how to rewind time, I guess we can waste as much as we want, but you can't rewind time. And being that you can't rewind time, do what you can to make every minute count. Do what you can to make sure that your family members are not even in any kind of doubt of how much you love them. You know what I mean? You want them to know that they know that you love them without a shadow of a doubt. There's no question or anything. You love them. You show it. You show your love. And loving somebody doesn't mean you have to do a million things for them. And that's the same thing with kids. Some people feel like they show their love to their kids by giving their kid every Jordan, every freaking sneaker, every game that comes on, everything that comes on or is trending or popular. You feel, I'm going to get this for my child because that's what it is. No, that's not what it is. You know what you're teaching them? You're teaching them that they don't have to earn nothing. They don't have to have any type of responsibility because no matter what, you're going to get them everything that they ask for or everything you feel that a kid should have that's popular. I don't want my kids to be popular. I want my kids to be successful, smart, responsible, loved, and respected by siblings and adults. Because adults should respect children as well. A lot of adults don't respect children. Whether the children is, I mean, if a child is disrespectful, they don't deserve to be respected. But I'm talking about some adults just don't respect children. I don't like that because I feel like they're human and they deserve respect just as well as we. We deserve respect? Any human. If a dog deserves respect, why shouldn't a kid deserve respect? Or need to have respect or get respected? I don't believe in that. I definitely don't believe in that. So you want to respect the kids, and you want your kids to understand that respect is earned. No matter who you are, respect is earned. You have to earn it. The way you treat people, the way you talk to people, the way you interact with people has a lot to do with your character. And if you interact in such a way that is disrespectful, how dare you look for somebody to respect you? How dare you? How dare you? You don't even have a right. And that's what I tell my girls. You don't get respect if you don't respect. Plain and simple. That's something that you earn. And if you don't earn it, you don't get it. Plain and simple. So, with that being said, they understand. You have to respect to get respect. You have to, and you know, people, they look for respect because of their title. They look for respect because of their pockets and what they have and all that stuff. And that's not cool because, let's see. My parents have that Caribbean mindset. Only adults should be respected. Oh, no. Everybody deserves respect. Everybody deserves. Babe, you threw all that in the trash? Those papers that I gave you from your granddad. Oh, because there's a lot of stuff in the trash. I thought that was from Naya. Yeah, no. I don't believe in that. I believe everybody deserves respect. I believe everybody deserves respect, and everybody deserves to be respected. That's just me. I mean, everybody should be, but they all have to appreciate it. That's what I meant to say. They all have to appreciate it. You got to appreciate it. You can't, I mean, the respect, you have to appreciate the respect, but you have to, what is the word? I just said it earlier. You have to earn it. You have to earn it. Yeah, that's what I meant. You have to earn it. Everybody doesn't just get respect just because. Well, with a kid, they don't have no choice when it comes to their parents. That's not an option. God said that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, you're supposed to respect your parents. But I'm talking about people feeling like because they got money and they got all these things going on in their life that they're entitled to respect, and that's not true. That's definitely not true at all. Y'all see me, I'm trying to talk, wash dishes, get the kitchen together. Yeah, it's definitely not true. And I definitely will respect a person more who humble than a person who think because they got millions of dollars that somebody's supposed to respect them. You're not doing nothing for me, and I'm not kissing anybody's tail. Your money is your money, and it doesn't do nothing for me. So some people get excited. Oh, they got this and they did that. I love to see people prosper. I love to see people do great things. But what I will not do is kiss anybody's butt because they got money. Who cares? And they die just like me. They can stress just like me. Like I said earlier, they can do all of the above just like me. And it doesn't mean a thing. So at the end of the day, that's the same respect I want that they want. I want that same respect. Just because I don't have as much money or not as educated, you feel like you can talk to me a certain way or treat me a certain way. I hate people that, I hate characteristics of people like that. Say hi, baby. Could I see you? You just getting up? Oh, I hate. Tell them about the video you was watching. About people. Tell them about it.
It was this video that I was watching, and I was watching this video about OCD, and then I saw this video, and it was recommended, and it said that, it said why you shouldn't fear death, and I was like, why shouldn't I? And it was this guy, and he fell off a mountain or something, and he couldn't speak, and he was laying down on the ground, and he was like, I can't die, and I demand to be alive. And then they took him to the hospital, and he was in a coma, and then he was in a deep coma, and he was sitting on a bench, and he saw this little boy and a little girl playing, and...
Is that UPS, babe? Okay, good. UPS coming to pick up the chairs. Thank God. Yes. So basically, remember I told you about the video that she was watching about people fearing death? And she said that she no longer fears death because of that video. It enlightened her on not fearing death, but fearing not living. Because you're worried about death. You know, and that's what I talk about worrying about tomorrow versus right now. Worry about right now. Worry about what's going on in life right now, because you don't know how long you have. And with that being said, we shouldn't fear death. We don't know when it's coming, so why worry about it? You get what I'm saying? Why worry about something you don't know about? You might live to your 100 and some years old, but here you are worrying about death, and if you're going to be here, and if this is going to happen, are you going to be able to do this and do that? Just do it. Go for it. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, go for it. And don't worry about if you're going to be here. Because if you do that, a lot of times you won't even achieve what you want because you're so worried about if you're going to be here long enough. What'd you say, babe? Yes, I'm taping it.
And they said that they were taking life for granted and not loving their friends and family on an
unconditional.
Yeah.
Right. So me and her were talking, and she was saying, Mommy, she was like, Mommy, I'm not afraid of death now, but before I watched that video, I was. And I was like, wow. I said, you know what's so funny? I was the same way. Until she shared that video with me, it made me think about things totally different. It made me think, like, wow, you know what? We aren't living. We're so worried about tomorrow. We are not living for today. And I want my daughters to realize that everything you do, be appreciative. Cut that rice off. Be appreciative. Understand that mommy and daddy do what they can, and we're trying to raise respectable, thank you, baby, respectable girls who understand that. What did somebody say, baby? Somebody said something? I think somebody said hi.
What's the name of the video? It's why you shouldn't fear death.
Yeah, and it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Throw this away. Here you go.
Mom.
What, baby?
I accidentally turned it off.
Turn what off? Oh, you turned this up? Oh, it's fine. Y'all, this is getting thick and good. Y'all gotta see this. Look at this. Look at this. Y'all, it's getting so thick. See it? Remember what I told you it's gonna start getting thick again? Yes, letting it do its thing. So yeah, I was listening to the video. She shared with me. Give me the things for my so I can mix this potatoes. I was looking at the video. What's the name of the video? I'll try the child that learns how to earn will be successful. Oh, girl, yes. I don't play that. I do not play that. I'm going to go more in depth because a lot of times people are parents, but they don't really know how to be good parents or understand how to teach their child a lesson. Because I'm a firm believer in that. My husband says sometimes I'm lenient with the girls and I let them get away with stuff. And I don't stick to it, but I promise him I'm not doing that no more. Because actually, if I love them, I'm not going to allow them to keep getting away and not facing the consequence of their actions, which are things that they can control. So if you can control it and you decide not to, and you continue to do things that are negative or put you in a situation. Did I just wipe my whole eyebrow off? I might have, oh well, who cares? Then that's your fault. And because of that, you need to face your consequence. And why, if I love you, would I allow you not to face your consequence? So as a mom or a parent, we have to have consequences, and we have to make sure we stick to those with our kids. Oh, there's still some in here. Not that much, though. We have to make sure we stick to them, because we're not doing good for them if we don't stick to the consequence. If I tell you don't do something and you do it, maybe the first time I say okay, but if I have to repeat myself over and over again, there's no okay, because it's not okay. Get the cream cheese and the sour cream, because it's not okay anymore. Now what it is disrespect. Why? Because not only are you aware, you have been warned, and you continue to do that, now you don't care. Now you don't care. And because you don't care, there's no reason for me to act like it's okay. There's no reason for me to act like it's okay. So that right there will not happen with my girls. If they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, they're going to feel the wrath of me. They're going to. And because I love them. Just because I love them. That's why they're going to feel the wrath. I might need to melt this because it's been sitting out for a little bit. That's why they're going to definitely feel the wrath of me. But Some people don't want to do that. They feel bad. You're going to feel bad, but you're not going to live here forever. And guess what? When you leave this earth, your kids still going to be living here if that's the way God designed it. Most of the time, sometimes it don't happen that way. Sometimes kids go before us. But what is your kid going to do if you gave them everything, was there for every beck and call, and they're doing stuff that's irresponsible, and then they looking for you to be their savior and get them out of binds and stuff because they decided that they were not going to do what they were supposed to do with their money, their finances, or whatever the case may be, to be responsible, and you are the one that they can call every time they screw up. How are you teaching them a lesson? You're not. You're actually hindering them. You're hindering them. And what type of productive adult are you raising? What type of productive adult are you raising? I'm sorry. I tell my kids all the time, you may not like me now. You may not like my decision. You may not understand why I do what I do, but you're young. And your immaturity is not going to make me change what I do, because as an adult, I am supposed to be the mature one. And I am supposed to make and do things, make rules and stuff that coincide with you being the best possible adult that you can be. That's what I'm supposed to do. And nobody, nowhere can change that. Why? Because you were given to me by God. So how dare I allow you to grow up being nothing or nobody, or living this life entitled, like everything you get you without being, without you, oh, that's T-Mobile. I hate they say when you use so much data. My new data come in on the 27th. So it always be like a couple days before the, yeah. So yeah, ooh, how dare you? How dare you? I'm trying to do these mashed potatoes, y'all. So I put sour cream, butter, cream cheese. And then I do a little bit of adobo and garlic and onion and parsley. And this is just a quick homemade mashed potato. That's all that is. And yeah, so I definitely don't want my girls to think that they're entitled to anything. I don't care if I ever get wealthy. I don't care if I'm ever blessed with certain things. I always want them to be appreciative, respectful, and carry themselves as such. That's it. Plain and simple. That's what I want. That's what I want from them. And it's capable. They're capable of it. So yeah. All right, guys. It's an hour and some change. I got 13 people still here with me. Yum. Yes. What's the name? See if you can find the actual. No. You'll look it up on my phone and I'll put it in the thing. That's what I'll do once this video is over. So yeah, I got my rice. This is basmati rice. I got my rice, my little fluffy rice. I just made a quick corn, the frozen corn out the freezer. And then I got my pork chops, and then I'm blending my potatoes, and this is what they look like. They're not even blended. I stopped because it seemed like it was too loud. So I'm blending my potatoes. My parents always made me work for everything and appreciate what I have. Yeah. You like my middle girl, she hates when I say it. But you know, at first I was kind of embarrassed to tell it. But then I'm saying, why am I embarrassed? That is why kids are disrespectful, having children, doing all the above. Sometimes we can't avoid some things that happen with our children. Sometimes we can't. But I'm going to do the best I can to make sure that if anything happens with my child, whether they make a mistake or something happened that I don't want them to do, they can always remember the conversation that we had. I got potato all on me. They can always remember the conversation we had. That was me trying to instill something in them. That was a life lesson. I hated it at first, but now I see why you become independent. I hated it at first. Exactly. Exactly. My daughter in college, she can't stand me right now. She cannot. And I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because she's immature. What I mean, but she has not lived life. I need my charger, baby. It's over there by the chair. She has not lived life, and she doesn't understand that you can't live your life doing and living out of your means, and then you don't put your priorities and your needs first, and then turn around and you ask somebody else to take their hard-earned money to fulfill or give you those things that were needs and necessities that you put to the side for something that wasn't a necessity. Well, you know what? You about to be 20 years old, boo. You'll figure it out. Sorry, love you to death. But if it was something that was an emergency, I would probably do what I needed to do. But at the end of the day, they have to even have emergencies. They have to realize that life is not about living outside of your means and impressing other people. I don't even live that way. So I'm not going to sit there and fund and finance your lifestyle when I didn't even teach you like that. I didn't teach you to do and be irresponsible with your money. So therefore, I know you have the money to do all of the things that you call me and ask me to help you with. Why should I take my money out of this household to help you do anything that you could have done yourself, but you chose to buy a wig that was $200, or you chose to buy nails and keep nails on? I don't have nails. I would love to be able to splurge and get $200, $300 wigs every month or every other month, but that is not the way I live. Why? Because my priorities are more important than that. And what are my priorities? Her, Naya, this house, these bills, my husband, we gotta eat, you get what I'm saying? We still have a life over here on the other side. So she don't understand. And I'm just telling you that, guys, this because you may have a teen or an adult child that you just can't let go. And I spoke to a young lady, it was kind of like mentoring her, and I spoke to her. She had older girls that was a little bit younger than me, and she's still doing for them and taking care of her grandkids, and they're just living the life. I said, no. I said, because what you're doing is setting your grandkids up for failure. You're setting them up for failure, because what's going to happen is if they don't learn and something, God forbid, happens to you, then all they know is what their mama know, and what their mama know is nothing, because you have done everything for her. You have done everything for her. So you're setting them up for failure. She just started crying. She was like, oh my gosh, no one ever said that to me like that. I said, I will not set mine up for failure, because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. You don't know how long you're going to be here. Stop doing everything for that grown child. If they are grown enough to do and make the mistakes that they have made, let them learn from their mistakes. That's the only way they're going to learn. That's the only way. And you know, it felt bad at first, but she's still young. She's just getting ready to be 20. She'll get it later, and she'll love me. Nobody did that for me. Nobody did that for me. I've always just been wise, even at a young age, that I just wanted and seen things that were different from the atmosphere and the lifestyle I lived and around the people I lived. So I always went after that. So I learned from people. Like I tell you, I like to be around older people. I'm talking about older, like seniors. And I like to be around those type of people. Why? Because they're not drama filled. They talk about life lessons and things they've been through, and you can learn some things. I'm the type of woman is, if you made that mistake and you telling me not to make it or how I cannot make it, I'm going to follow that. I'm not going to be stupid and go do it. I got to live and learn on my own. No, I don't need to. Now, if it's going to cause me pain, agony, frustration, money, worry, and all of the above, and you telling me that this is what's going to happen, why would I do that? Why would I do it? I'm trying to help you. I've been there, done that. I'm trying to help you. So I love the elderly. I love the older people, because they have stories to tell, and their energy is like, I'm seeing people that's like 76, 80 something, almost 90 years old, still driving out there dancing at the little dance thing, and they're just enjoying life. But here I am living with people who dying at 75, 72, 66, 60, stuff like that, and I don't want that. I love picking their brain. Yes, I do too. I do. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all, this smells so good. And it's getting so thick and so good. It's getting so good. But yeah, so I gotta go, y'all. It is 6:15. I gotta be working 7:15. I gotta blend these. Probably gotta heat them up because they've been sitting there for a minute, and get these plates going so I can get out the door. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this live, and these are the type of lives I like to do over here. But when I go on my other channel, which is tomorrow, Thursday, CPR, the CPR Vibe below, share that channel, because I'm going to be talking about something amazing tomorrow. I go in depth about things that most people don't like to talk about. We talk about here. You have a good evening too. I'm so glad you stayed the whole time. That means a lot to me when you guys stay and talk, and we can chat about stuff that's real. Things that people lose sleep over, lose money over, lose life over, lose family over, lose relationships over. It means so much more than all the trending things. I heard a great quote the other day that says, if you spoil your kids, you'll have to raise your grandkids. But if you raise your kids, you can spoil your grandkids. And that's what I want to do. I can't wait to spoil them. Have a good night at work. Yes. Thank you, babes. I love you guys. tomorrow, Thursday, I'm telling you now, this is just for the people that I see that really love to sit and chat with me. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, the CPR Vibe, we are going live just like this, talking about something in depth, something real good. So come and join me, share my channel. My Instagram is the CPR Vibe as well. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Definitely, I feel as a parent, even if young kids, you are preparing them for the day you close your eyes, and the sooner they can take care of themselves, the better I want to be at peace knowing that. Exactly. Life lessons to keep. Have a great evening, sis. You too. You are there. I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Later, Gators. Bye.